up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagements. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponents on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, champ.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, a referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 165 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Assassin. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Ready. Ready to fight.
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist. But on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off of him.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Well, not much of a setup there. Misses with the left hook. Superman punch lands. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee.
Real nice body kick land.
Punches blocked.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority.
Very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow.
It was a good night if that landed.
Good job keeping that head off the center line. Slips to avoid the right hand. Under 3 minutes remain in round one.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Ooh, head kick lands, was hurt. Punch over the top.
Just missing on the high kick there. Oh, beautiful counter with the jab. Just over 2 minutes to go in round one.
Nice punch lands.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow.
It was a good night if that landed.
Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades. Back and forth we go here. Big head kick. Oh! Slips to avoid that left.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, he lands the Superman punch. How about it?
That was a thudding leg kick.
Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all incoming strikes.
Oh, man, his leg kicks are outstanding, and you saw a great example of that just there.
And you see his opponent starting to slow down. He cannot take many of those kicks.
.30 seconds now to go in the round. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Connects with a right hand. Pretty good punch, that one.
Nice right punch by this young man.
Oh, nice jab.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
The 1-2 punch is true. All right, a lot of high-level highlights from that last round, DC. Take us through the replay.
If he fought like this, I would be comfortable entering him into a K1 level kickboxing competition. He's that good at finding and landing those kicks at will. He needs to continue to do this as the fight goes on.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking.
Over the top, this fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low. Now he's got him hurt very bad. He went high on that one.
Oh, straight right. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
All right, lands a kick there, pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Oh, wicked nice leg kick there, DC.
Can't take too many of those.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect. Offensive fight, nice job to block the shot there. Oh, counters with a straight right hand, that'll work.
Great punch.
Massive head kick. Oh! Just missed with the straight left hand. Well, his round one, a little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Strong defense there to block the shot. Nice instincts.
Over and over, he's landed these big body kicks.
Oh, outstanding placement as he lands the knee to the body. Again, the taller fighter making noise with a knee strike there. Oh, that's a hell of a kick right there. He told us Thursday that he was going to be kick heavy tonight, and that is certainly a step in the right direction.
He is landing that strike. He's very effective with it.
Well, he is clearly faded in this one, and I'm not talking about the high and tight skin fade on my man Daniel Cormier. He got stunned earlier in the round, and mentally I feel like he checked out a little bit.
He hasn't been able to build back and fight the way that we're used to seeing him fight. He needs to take a breath, take a moment, and get back to work.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson one in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Wow.
He's giving him so many different things right now.
Nice defense there, huge block.
That one snuck in. Nice strike. Big kick.
Oh, he has landed a high volume of strikes in this round and really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. The striking has been on point every step of the way. Careful to not gas out, but you gotta like the output here down the stretch. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Connects with a right. All right, 20 seconds to go in the round.
Nice straight punch.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt fast. Look at him drive his shin.
What a fight so far. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
All right, DC, buckle up. Here we go with our next round. High number of kicks landed in the previous round, and he'll look to keep it going.
He'll look to keep winning the fight with his kicks. He's throwing high kicks, leg kicks, body kicks. He's even throwing a couple spin kicks in there. This guy is so educated with fighting with his legs.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Well-placed kick there by Lee.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Another powerful kick there. A lot of volume with the feet tonight for him.
It's unbelievable to watch somebody make kicking the base of their fighting style. He has shown us that it's possible.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Keep doing it again. Do it again.
Just missed with the left there.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Just unable to quite find that range.
Beautiful head kick.
Oh, Superman punch. Not always easy to execute. He did so there.
Ooh, what a punch.
Oh, huge block.
Oh, big right hand. Yes, they heard him in the last round. Same exact one.
Big power shot there. Both fighters throwing heat now. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Set up your takedown.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
And there comes the separation now.
Beautiful punch. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Getting the hands going here early. Well, you got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction.
What a tricky head kick.
Some of the best kicks in the game that you'll see right there. Nice punch by Lee.
Way to hide that leg kick.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
Head kick lands.
Nice job with that follow-up shot as well. Oh, he lands the Superman punch. Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace. It's such a fast leg kick.
Lee gets caught with that punch. Gotta shore up the defense here. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's gonna be over very soon.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yeah. And he landed the right hand there.
Nice. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body off. Leg kick.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. How about that shin? Oh, and he continues to pour it on. We mentioned earlier the aggression with his striking. Got to be careful to not gas out here, but at least you have to admire the approach. 20 seconds left.
Good stick.
Starting to gain some confidence here on the feet, and to that end, there's the roundhouse kick.
You know he's feeling good when he's throwing those beautiful roundhouse kicks at every part of your body.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so a lot of highlights from which to choose after those previous 5 minutes. And on the other side, you better start checking some of these leg kicks, man.
Yeah, and when your opponent is throwing that many leg kicks, it takes one good check. If he gets one good check off, he may deter him from throwing these kicks over and over.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are 2 of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these 2 guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night. Nice punch there.
All right, so a good job by him here. He continues. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Oh, great head movement there. Slips his head off the center line, and defensively, that's exactly what you want.
It's almost like he can telegraph when the punch is coming in. When he sees it, he just makes a slight little movement, right or left, to get out of the way and avoid those shots. Nice looping punch.
Oh, man, this is one thing you do not want to get kicked in the head at MMA.
You cannot take too many of those head kicks, but this guy gets his leg up there so fast, sometimes you don't see it coming.
Head kick attempt, it's blocked. Oh, beautiful jab there, man. It's like you know what's coming, can't stop it.
I mean, you have to anticipate that jab coming or he will batter and bruise you with that single strike. He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
And a nice left hand.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot. Now he's on top of him looking for a finish.
We march on, 3 minutes to go. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Ooh, all right, he's got the full mount now, DC, and he has proven to be a hard guy to buck off from this position.
Oh, because he's so heavy. He keeps his weight down. He really does grind on you with his bottom half. He doesn't do anything with his arms. His arms are free to punch, making you make a determination as to whether or not you want to get ground and pound into the mat, or if you're going to give your back up, where he will then start to chase chokes.
A lot of energy expenditure defensively if you are the bottom fighter in this equation. Man, striking class is in session. Beautiful punch there.
Great job landing. What a damaging punch.
You set the pace. You set the pace. It's your fight.
Lands with a right hand.
Good right hand right there.
Oh, and he caught the kick. Back to the well with that right hand. It's no good.
Big kick lands.
Nice knee to the body there by Lee. Head kick attempt, unable to find the target. Oh, he's out!
Holy smokes! Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout. And knockout turned in tonight, near perfect execution and one of the bigger highlights of his UFC career.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Oh, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because it's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.